Welcome to Buzz on Veterans. I'm Chris Budihas, your host. Today's episode is brought to you by Operation Barnabas out there in Clay County, helping veterans become whole again. Today I have Amy Ritter from Northeast Florida Women's Veterans. So Amy, thanks for being here.
Nice to have me. Thanks, Chris.
No, I appreciate it. So, softball question. Where are you from?
I grew up
Yep.
in the Lehigh Valley area of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Graduated from Allentown, William Allen High School.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we're talking off camera. So my father is also from Allentown, Bethlehem area. So no, it's great to meet you. So
Absolutely.
what you do in the military and what do you do in your post-military career?
In the military, I was active duty initially
Yeah.
with the Patriot Missile 14 Tango.
Yeah.
And then I hooked up with the reserve unit out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and became an administrative specialist, 71 Lima, and a 95 Bravo military police.
And how long was your career? Did you do
7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, after 9/11, my reserve unit was activated for
Yeah.
Operation Joint Guardian in 02,
Yeah.
and then the OEF, OIF campaigns in 03.
That's great. So
Yeah.
so let's talk about your journey. So how did you go from being in the military, living up in Pennsylvania, down here in Florida, and volunteer with the Northeast Florida Veterans Women's Association?
For me, living in Pennsylvania, as you've mentioned, I don't like the snow or the cold anymore. I'm getting older. I'm not getting younger.
Not much
These
snow in
bones,
Jacksonville.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why we're here.
Yeah.
This June will be 5 years. I came across Northeast Florida Women Veterans while I was Googling women veterans and hooked up with them about 3.5, 4 years ago, and a great opportunity for women veterans to have camaraderie like we had when we were in the military.
Yeah.
And support each other and have that resource that's exclusively for us.
Yeah. You find like you were Googling, right? Like,
Oh,
like
absolutely.
how do most of the women veterans out in our community, find organizations like this? I mean, it seems like they got to take that first step to go search, right?
Absolutely. You do need to take that first step. And sometimes it's hard for us, even as a person, to ask for help.
Right.
And it's being able to take that step and see what's available.
Yeah. So how's it changed your life?
It's changed my life significantly, as we were talking off camera.
Yeah.
When I transitioned in 2003, I didn't know a lot of what I was experiencing emotionally and mentally. And at that time in 03, you really didn't have a lot of veteran service organizations other than like an American Legion or a VFW for that matter. And as the military has progressed and we've had more military conflicts since 9/11, more have popped up. And here, obviously in Jacksonville, being a great military town that it is, in 03 there really wasn't a lot. So when I was doing my searches and found the resources, I've learned to advocate from my experience. This organization is valuable for us women veterans and being able to work through some of our emotions, have that camaraderie, have resources to turn to say, this is what I'm going through. How can you help me right now?
Yeah, we talked about that, right? So, civilian friends of mine asking me like, hey, they see 22 veterans a day are committing suicide. And we talked off camera about how, it's very lonely. You come in the military, we all went to basic training. There's thousands of us showing up at whatever location for basic training. And then when you leave the military, you get if you're lucky, a 3 to 5 day class. And then it's like, thank you for your service. And then you're on your own. So if you don't find associations or organizations like yours, it can become a very dark place, and you offer services and camaraderie that help those folks.
Absolutely. We're working with that woman veteran inside and out, top to bottom.
Yeah, and what I like, so we met at the, Charlene specifically, at the Jacksonville Veterans Job Fair, or not Job Fair, Fair in Appreciation Day, and I saw, I'm like, wow, you look at all the other great organizations out there, there's very few that address women's, some of their needs, right? Especially on the emotional, physical side. So
absolutely. It's a godsend for Miss D to have started this organization 12 plus years ago and where it's come from and since, and how they're working to progress throughout the state of Florida with the Florida Women Advisory Council.
That's great.
Absolutely.
So some of the services or the ways they link people up to services, can you give us examples of things that they do?
Oh, absolutely. The organization has what's called Her Total Wellness.
Okay.
It's a 6-week program for 2 days a week. Again, encompasses inside out. It helps women veterans with claims, letting them know what resources are available.
Yeah.
City of Jacksonville has resources.
Wow.
It lets you know what you can file a claim from your time in service.
That's huge.
Absolutely.
I imagine some of that's free, right?
Absolutely, no
Okay.
charge. Northeast Florida Women Veterans has a HERBIZ program that works with women veterans to either start their own business,
Yeah.
or if they're in business, to come back in and maybe get a refresher of some of business ownership requirements, and that's 6 months.
That's gigantic.
Yes, it
That's
is.
huge. I imagine you've seen many lives change
Oh,
through,
for
through your work
sure,
with them.
for sure. The current one is a her time.
Okay.
3 days, 2 nights, no electronics, out on the lake doing yoga,
Yeah.
mindfulness, quiet,
Yeah.
doing some archery,
Okay, yeah.
point a target, controlling your breath once again. Yeah, it's fun time.
That's great.
Absolutely.
So how do viewers, take a look at, and, find the organization?
Yeah, they can check us out at forwomenvets.org.
That's great. Amy, thank you for your service.
Thanks, Chris.
And thanks for what you're doing for women veterans.
Absolutely.
Really all veterans in this
Thank
case.
you.
So, yeah, thanks a lot. Hey, I want to thank Operation Barnabas for sponsoring today's episode. We'll see you at the next, next segment. And once again, let's take a look at all the different organizations out there to help our veteran community and spread the word. Thank you very much.
Operation Barnabas is a veterans ministry, started in 2017 with the purpose of helping our veterans that kind of got left behind, and they've struggled with addictions, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, those kind of things, helping them get whole again through one-to-one mentorship.
Being able to communicate with them and help them can drastically change their life, can drastically change a family's life. The little that we can do is put our hand out and say, hey, do you want a hand up?